Jai Hind, students and viewers. Welcome to another lesson for class 9 English language and literature. And the lesson at hand is Wind, written by Subramanya Bharati from your book The Beehive. First, let us know about the poet Chinnaswamy Subramanya Bharati, also known as Bhartiyar, born 11th December 1882, died 12th September 1921, was a Tamil writer, poet, journalist, Indian independence activist, and social reformer from Tamil Nadu. Popularly known as Mahakavi Bharati, he was a pioneer of modern Tamil poetry and is considered one of the greatest Tamil literary figures of all time. So, someone to be proud of. Subramanya Bharati has drawn the living picture of wind which makes fun of the weak people or things. The poet teaches us how we should stand against our oppressors. So, this is what the poem wants to convey. There is a message that we should stand against people who oppress us and we should be strong. So the poem starts like this: Wind comes softly, don't break the shutters of the windows, don't scatter the papers, don't throw the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You're very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Poking fun, making fun of something. Yes. Weaklings, person who is weak. So, what do these lines mean? The poet is talking to the wind, so the wind is being personified. He asks the wind to come softly. So he is saying that the wind should not be very strong and loud, it should be soft and subtle. Then he says that the wind is very powerful, it is destructive, it breaks the shutters of windows and scatters the papers. When the wind is very powerful, all the books which are kept on the shelf fall down. So here the poet is describing the power of the wind. Then he says to the wind to look at the destruction that it had done. Whenever there is a strong wind, all the things that are weak, they all get scared and they can even fall and get hurt. Yes, students. So, this can happen to anyone in any situation. If person is weak physically and mentally, they will get scared and they can even get hurt. They can fall down when the wind blows strong. And that is how the wind destructs things in its path because it is very powerful. Frail crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. What does crumbling mean? Crumbling, failing, or to cause something to break. A rafter, sloping beam which support the roof of the building. So earlier times we had rafters when the houses were made of wooden and they were beams which used to support the roof. Here the word crumbling is repeated so many times to lay stress that everything crumbles in the face of a strong wind. Yes, if the winds are strong, a cyclone, a hurricane, then even houses can be blown away. So the poet is saying that when the wind is very powerful, it is very strong, it leads to breakage of everything. And houses which are weak fall, doors which are weak fall, beams on the roof of the buildings they support, they also fall. All wooden structures fall, all bodies of people fall, animals, lives, heart. So he is saying that everything crumbles, everything that is weak reacts by falling down and breaking in the face of adversity. So when there is a situation of adversity, of danger, of troubles, of problems, like the one that we are facing now, those who are weak, they will fall down. Those who are not physically and mentally strong, they will fall down. And those who do not take precautions, those who are not smart enough, they will fall down. The wind will destroy their lives and their hearts and their hopes as well. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. What do you mean by winnow? To break grain free of chaff. Separate grain from husk by blowing on it. Yes. So, this separation of the grain from the husk is known as winnowing. And the wind god does that. The poet is addressing to wind as wind god, and he is saying that the powerful god of wind winnows, Pavan, which you call in Hindu scriptures. So, the wind god will winnow the weak from the strong. That he means he sifts all the people, and those people who are weak fall down and get crushed. So, here is a comparison, and it is made between people and wheat. It is like a metaphor being used. Just like we know the wheat to separate the grain from chaff, the wind god separates the strong people from the weak people. When there is strong wind, all the things that are weak fall and get crushed, they accept defeat. But the strong, they rise in such occasions, even if there is a very harsh wind, strong wind blowing, they don't let it overpower them. He won't do, but he won't do what you tell him, so come. Let's build strong homes. Let's joint the doors firmly. Practice to firm the body, make the heart steadfast. Do this, and the wind will be friends with us. Steadfast means firm. So these lines they say hmm, that the poet wants to make friends with the wind. Yes, let's be friends. That is the adversity in our lives, the changes in our lives, the situations that we face in our life. We should accept them and make friends with them. He says that the problems will not listen to us. These problems, they will not listen to you. When you complain, just the problems will not go away. They will come. So we should be prepared. We have to be prepared for problems in our lives, for exams in our lives, for problems in maths. Whatever problems come, we should be ready for them with hearts steadfast and firm bodies. In preparation, we should build strong homes and close the doors of our house. Yes, just like in a cyclone or a hurricane, we should get inside a pakka house, a strong house with strong roof, and close the windows and doors so that the adversity will pass. In that way, you can survive a cyclone or a hailstorm. So, in the same manner, we have to be firm so that the wind cannot get into. And then he says that we should also make our bodies strong and hearts firm to face these challenges. Challenges will come and we have to face our challenges. And then once we are strong enough for all the challenges, we'll be like friends. And once you are strong, these challenges will be friends. These examinations will be like your friends. They will help you and not just trouble you. They will help you in achieving success. We will not feel that they are troublesome. Yes, once you are strong, the problems they will not be a trouble for you. It will be a piece of cake. The wind blows out weak fads, he makes strong fads roar and flourish. His friendship is good, we praise him every day. A great message, simply. And what it means is that the poet has kept the wind on a pedestal which is used for fires, for making the fires. He is comparing the wind to God. He says that the wind is a God and we praise the wind every day. He adds that everything that is weak gets finished off in the face of a strong wind, and all the things that are strong flourish and grow to become stronger. This is what the wind does. It removes the weaklings and it extinguishes the weak fires, the little sparks. A candle will be easily blown off, but a forest fire, if there is a wind in a forest fire, it will destruct all life, as we have seen in the news about the Amazon forest fires. So, he is giving us a very important message that we should not feel bad that we are facing so many challenges and adversities, problems in our lives. We should make ourselves physically and mentally strong to face these challenges. And once we are strong enough, we will overcome the challenges. We will become friends with them. And then we will be happy. And that we had these challenges in our lives because they help us become stronger and better. Yes. So we should not feel bad or depressed when we are faced with challenges, problems, adversities in our lives, but we should rather accept them and make ourselves strong enough so that we can face them easily. And then we can be friends with these problems, for they will help us to grow stronger and better. Because without challenges, we will not know our limitations. We will not know our greatest potential. Without night, we will not know about day, and vice versa. The poem can be summarized in the following ways to prove the fact represented by Subramanya Bharati: violence and destruction. Point 1. Although the poet requests the wind to blow gently, but it does not accept the plea. The wind blows violently and causes destruction. Just because you tell the problems not to come or to come in a very small proportionate way, it will not listen to you. It will do what it has to do. Second point, result of storm. The wind breaks the shutters of weak windows, it scatters the papers, throws down the books on the shelves. This is what it does. It causes destruction and chaos. Third point, fun of Almighty Wind God. The wind, the poet has regarded wind as God. He says that he makes fun of the weak persons and things. The fast blowing wind destructs weak houses, weak doors, and weak bodies. So, the wind god is, the poet is trying to make fun, and he says that it, you know, takes away the weaklings and separates them from the strong. Suggestion: Subramanya Bharati suggests us to build strong houses and strong doors. Foundation should be strong of your mental, physical health in order to face all the problems and challenges in life. And even literally, your houses also need to be strong enough to face natural disasters. It will help the wind to be friend, and once you are physically and mentally strong, the wind will be your friend because you will not be scared of it. To sum up the poem, people with strong physique and mind are able to and face odds or obstacles. People who are strong, students who have studied, who have done the hard work, they will not be afraid or scared of examinations. Rather, examinations will be a friend where they will be able to prove to themselves their potential by performing well because they have done the labor and they have done enough reading and have understood their lessons and done what the teacher has asked them to do. They have completed their lesson and the chapter is on tip, which I suggest you also start as soon as possible. The last slide for today. Rhyme scheme. What is the rhyme scheme of the poem? The entire poem is written in free verse. There is no rhyme scheme in the poem. If you look, there are no rhyming words. The literary devices used are as follows. What are the literary devices used? Number one, anaphora. And what is anaphora? When a word is repeated at the start of two or more consecutive lines, it is the device of anaphora. So, when the same word is repeated two or more times, then we use the literary device anaphora, which you can see lines 2, 3, and 4 are beginning with don't. So it is anaphora. Lines 6, 7, and 8 are beginning with you. And that is also the literary device being used, anaphora. Please keep that in mind. Next one, personification. Yes, which told you at the start of the lesson. The wind is being personified. It is the literary device used when we give human traits and qualities to inanimate objects. So, wind has been personified when the poet says, "You are." He is referring to wind as you. That means he is treating wind as a person. Repetition, yes, literary device. Repetition is used. Crumbling is repeated many times to lay emphasis, to give more importance, to highlight the situation. The poet wants to say that the wind crushes everything that is weak. That is why he repeats the word crumbling, to break down. Alliteration is also being used, another literary device, figure of speech. The repetition of a consonant sound. Consonant sound, students, there is a difference between vowel and consonant. For vowel, the words starting with A, I, O, A, E, I, O, U, those are the vowel sounds, and these are the consonant sounds, that is the rest. Repetition of consonant sound in close connection, like wind, winnows, WW, won't, want. So, alliteration is being used. Symbolism. Symbolism is another literary device used. And what it means that the thing refers to some other thing. That the thing refers to some other thing. Wind, for example, is a symbol. It is referred to the challenges and problems in life. He is using wind with a symbol as a symbol for the adversities in our life. That is why wind is both personified and it is also used as a symbol. Thus ends our lesson, The Wind. I expect students to write down this 200-word summary of the poem, and by using the points given in this lesson video. In the next video we will be discussing question answers from this lesson. Thank you for now. If you have understood the lesson, please like it, and if you have any doubts or questions, if you have not understood, please write in the comments given below, and I will happily answer them for you. Thank you.